Okay. Okay, ready? Oof. Bow, ready? Up. Okay, salute. 1, 2, okay. Hands up. First exercise, ready. Turning. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and stop. To the side. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and stop. Okay, hands up. Reach down, stretch. 1, 2, 3 to your right, to your left, center, inhale, exhale. Okay, hands up, reach down. 1, 2, 3 to your right, 2, 3 to your left, 2, 3, center, inhale, exhale. Okay, hands up, reach down. 1, 2, 3 to your right, to your left, center, inhale, exhale. Hands on your waist, circular movements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. Center cross, knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. Center. Hands on your waist. Neck turning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. Back and forth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, center, tilt to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, center, down, rotating. 1, 2, 3. Reverse. 1, 2, 3. Hands up, pull in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, spread your feet. Turning. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, and stop. Turn, stretch it out. Switch. 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 Straighten the front knee. Switch. 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 Center. Okay, shake it out. Okay, deep breathing, hands up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, hands in your waist. Shoulder roll. Reverse. Okay, center. Press. Release. Exhale. Inhale. And stop. Deep breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, wrist. Reverse. And center, palms down. Okay, center. Okay, shift side to side. Okay, center, lift up. Okay, insert needle. Up, down. Switch. This side, yeah. Okay, center, shake it out. Leg swing, right side. Okay, switch. Okay, center, switch side to side. Okay, switch. and center. Okay, shake it out. Hands up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, silk grilling. Forward and back. Switch, other direction. Okay, center. Cloud hands. Palms down. Lift up, carry tiger to the mountain. Hands up, infinity sign. Form the fists. Palms together. Strum the lute. Turn, draw the bow. Okay, fan to the back. Okay, raise the hand. Okay, palms down, deep breathing. Okay, we'll go through the sequence. Feet parallel. You can, okay, short form. Oops, sorry. Good. So let's go to single whip. So you find the 45-degree corner. Okay, step out. So you're still weighted on the front side. Till you open, you're still weighted. Transition the weight. Turn to the corner. Turn the palm out. Then reset the center. Hook your wrists. Hold the ball. To relax the shoulders. Reverse the ball. Reverse the ball. Okay, shake it out. So I reversed the ball two ways. I just changed the dimension of motion or the plane of movement. So because we're dealing with movement in space, we don't always see it. What we see is just a two-dimensional motion. So until you can experience the three-dimensional motion, your body doesn't really understand it. So everything that we do in movement has to be understood by the body. And if the body doesn't pick up on the nuances, then you won't get the same experience as if you've gone there. So you have to experience the motion, and then from that experience, you start to figure out whether you think it's correct or not. So meanwhile, the correctness that you think is only a relative correctness because you don't really know. So, is it wrong? It's just a degree of correctness. And that will constantly evolve as you start to pick up on some of the spatial awareness and the nuances in the transition. So we talk about triangular position, hoop positions, square positions. That's the geometry of position. So if you look at this is a geometry of position. 45 degrees, 45 degrees. Hands in the corner. feet in the corner. Thighs are 45 degrees. Spine is, body is erect. When you come to the center, in order to go lower hoop, there's a direction of motion. So the direction of motion can be the hand, or it can be your limb. So when we speak of hands, we mean the arm. So if you're going to close the center, you have to go to here. And then you recreate the lower hoop position. This varies tremendously with the individuals because not everyone picks up on that. And you don't have, so if you don't pick up on it, and because movement is a motor skill, that means you're not programmed to do it. And the wiring that you're trying to create happens from doing it. That's the only way you can develop it. You know, the neurons in the brain and the wiring that allows that to happen is the program. So if you don't know this position and you only know this position, that's why it looks like this. So it's missing a lot. So even though you may think that you understand that, the thing is the body doesn't understand it. The body doesn't understand it because it's never been there. Where the body has gone has where you've taken it, you know, whether it's, you know, on a mental level or a physical level. But the hand, so you say, well, I've never really experienced that position before, right? But what do we do when we do this, right? If you look in the mirror and we hold the ball, or from here and we drop to this position, from the circle to here, there's your skeletal position. If I take this hand away and I put it to center, there's your skeletal position. When I take this hand away, there's your triangular position. You say, well, where's the triangle? The triangle is here. But the thing is, the triangle that you formatted here is this position, right? So when we're in this position and we go to here, that's what it is. When we drop the hand to a lower hoop position, you say, well, we don't have this position. Well, it's actually only half of this. So that's what the geometry of position is. And muscle memory is not just muscle memory. It's really skeletal memory. So we can't create this round position without the shoulder being in a certain place, the elbow being in a certain place, meaning how open or how closed it is. If I open it this much, then it becomes linear, straight. If I fold it this much, then it's getting close to more of an angular position. So how do you get roundness out of this? You create it. So even though we try to create that circle, the line of movement is round. The energy and the movement is a circular motion. When we're here and the elbows are in, then there's no continuity of that circle. It's only when it gets to here that you have that circle. So you say, well, where's the circle here? They don't connect, right? This is a circle here, but it's here. There's the circle for the arc here. Here's the circle for the arc here. They don't connect. You see? Here, they connect because the fingertips would end up crossing each other. So that's the line. That's the plane of motion. So even though we talk about only 3 dimensions, X, Y, Z axis, that X, Y, Z axis is transitional. It moves. So if I'm in this plane and I start to move like this, and I start to move like this, the hoop's the same. The plane of movement changed. If my circle's like this, and I do this, the plane of movement changed. The plane of movement changed, right? So the control factor for making that movement stay vertically in the spine, and then when you turn like this, if you start to do this, then something else happened that created a motion that's not supposed to be there. So that's something that you can only kind of determine through your own experience and your own practice. But if you tilt like this, or you do Jade Lady Work Shuttle like this, there's something that's excessive or erroneous that shouldn't be there. Because if I did this, that something here caused my spine to tilt. And it could be your legs, it could be your hips, it could be your ribs, it could be any of those things. So when you watch someone do it in the correct form, then you would see that the body is vertical. And the position is that. So all of these are target positions. When you go through your form, there's always a beginning movement, a setup, and the end of the movement. That's your target position. So every single posture has a target position. This is your target position. You hold the ball. That's the target position. So holding the ball is this. Holding the ball is this. Holding a ball is not this big. Holding a ball isn't this big. Because if you're holding it, it has to be here. This is here. This is here. See, these are not connected. It's until you start to align the movement. So where's the connection is through the body. See, because your body will, like here, I'm moving here. I'm moving now. The dimension of movement that's added is in your torso and in your legs. So that's something that you have to keep in mind because, you know, the other day I think someone asked me what total body movement is. So does everybody understand what total body movement is? Total body movement is really, you know, when we're standing here, there's essentially a systemic thing going on. It's total body. But in total body movement, that means you have to move the components of your body, you know, creating the action to integrate the relationships in the body. So when you move, when you're here, using this as an example, everything moves. When you reverse the ball, everything moves. So you say, well, is your head moving? No, the head actually is pretty still. But there's something in the position that's not letting your head tilt. It's sustained. So that's holding your head while you're moving your body. So from the top of your head to the sole of your feet, it's integrated. It's connected. So that's the concept. That's the idea. So, all right, deep breathing. This is total body movement. You inhale, you exhale. But when we inhale, you see arm movements. When you rise up, there are leg movements. Right? When you go up, there's posturing. You don't tip over. You're balanced. You release the arms. When you go up on your toes, your feet are involved. So all of this is total body movement. But the thing is coordinated. It's coordinated with your breath. So your exhalation should be as long as your inhalation or even longer. Okay, so that's really the calming breath. It allows your body to respond to that. Okay, so let's go through the short form again, all right? So this is sequential memory. Everything else is, you know, still there, involved. Total body, geometry of position, timing, and relationships. Okay, deep breathing. Okay, we go through the long form. If man, you want to take anyone that wants to work on the Paul, you want to stay with the long form or you want to go in the short form? Mine will take you over there. Okay. All right, ready? We start off. Preparation, begin. Open, cross, flip, fold, left instep kick, turn, heel kick, brush knee, second brush knee, left side, step through, planting punch, turn, parry and punch, step up, set up, high pat the horse, flip the hands, fold the elbows, swing around, cross behind, beat the tiger, lower hoop, cross the arms, right heel kick, 2 punches to the ear, sit back, left hand on top, flip it over, fold the elbows, potting leg, turn, flip the hands over, fold, right potting leg, stroke down, parry and punch, and repeat. Form the fists, divert, block and punch, cross the arms, leopard and tiger springs to mount. Carry tiger to the mountain, cross arms, oblique brush knee, set up your left side, turn to the rear, 180-degree turn, oblique brush knee, push left, right side oblique grasp the sparrow's tail. Hook your wrists back to the front, single whip, hold and reverse the ball, diagonal flying. Sit back, pot the horse's mane 5 times. Step up, left side, pot the horse's mane. Step up, stroke down, pot the horse's mane twice. Cross corner. Pivot, pivot. Stroke down. Pot the horse's mane. Cross over. Turn. Grasp the sparrow's tail. Okay, turn, set it up. This is snake sticks out tongue. Invert the hands, pull down, step up, golden cockerel, step down, thrusting kick, reverse, repulse the monkey. Neutral position, lower, carry tiger to the mountain, open the stance, scoot down, spiral down to hold the ball, shift, diagonal flying, shift, step up, just another repeat, raise the hand, bend from the waist, stork flaps wings, turn, brush knee one time, set it up, brush knee one time, insert the needle, fan to the back, turn, stroke down, parry and punch, form the fist, punch, divert, block, and punch. Step up, grasp the sparrow's tail. Single whip. Third set of cloud hands. Single whip. Turn, set it up. Switch, flip the hands over. Left palm strikes face. Turn. Single lotus kick. Left side brush knee and push. Right side, twist step, step up. Punch down the crotch. Step up again to grasp the sparrow's tail. Once you finish that, back to single whip. We have our second downward posture. So we pivot and turn, set it up, cover hand, snake sticks out tongue, invert the hand, pull down, step up to cross hand, 7-star. Sit back, palm strikes face, turn, double lotus, draw bow to shoot tiger. Step up, set it up again, second palm strikes face in this format, turn, parry and punch, step up, set it up, high pat the horse. Grasp the sparrow's tail. Single whip. Okay, deep breathing. Okay, so parry and punch happens a lot, and there's quite a few diagonal flies and pot the horse's mane, but the parry and punch shows up in two versions. Well, we start from here and we stroke down. There's your vertical line, right? And the vertical line is like a hammer fist is coming forward, and it comes forward not because the hand is going forward only, it's because we're projecting forward from the legs. Because we're in the frontal position, we have to turn the hand like this. And then we sit back and we turn, lift the hands out like this. So now we're facing the side mirror, and then as the hands switch positions, one goes up, one goes down, you start to turn and then go forward. So there's your parry and punch. The hand itself is doing this 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So eventually you build the timing for the forward movement, which is front and back, right? Forward and back. Right and left. So here's the forward, here's the back. Here's the left, right? And then here's the up and down. Here's the right. And there's the forward again. So in Tai Chi's concept is forward, backward, right, left, center. Up and down is built into the directional movements in the XYZ axes. But we can't always pick up on that in the body because we don't have enough control. So we have to define those directions as trying to improve the movement. So all these things that we did in the last class, all you did was pay attention to the hands, right? But many times I've mentioned sitting stance. When you turn and square your body, the top of your head or the top of the neck to the coccyx area, your tailbone, is over the heel of the back foot. That position, in Tai Chi they have a principle where the head and tail is in line. They call mi lui zhong jing. Zhong jing, your hair, it's square. The middle is between your feet because you're 50-50. But when you're in one-legged position, your tailbone is always looking for that heel position when you turn. So if I did this movement, say in the corner, single whip, and I separate my hands, my tailbone is still there. Until I open, then it moves to center, then I'm here. If I shift like this to go to cloud hands, my hand is here. But when I turn, you look at my tailbone and it's going down there. This is probably one of the few practices you're allowed to look at someone else's tail without offending someone. So that's what you have to observe when you see a total body movement. So, that's the only way you can actually understand what the vertical spine is, right? So then, in this position, I'm in the forward position. When I sit back, I turn, I had to shift this way, and then I sink, and then I turn back. Here's your tailbone again, and then you go forward. So what happens with most people, because they don't have enough flexibility in the hip, the ankle, and the knees, they rush through that sitting position, and you don't end up developing that position. So muscle memory is throughout the body. That's one of the things that has to be memorized as well. So timing, the relationship between that position and all your other movements will tie into that. So if your ankles don't relax, your hips don't release, and your thighs are not strong enough, that's where your knees get stressed, right? So the hip and lower body is that, upper body is this. Now when you turn for this direction, you have to turn, and then you sink here, turn, and then your forward movement is tied to that. So the coordination timing is all built into that specific thing, that the body mechanics there. So, right now we don't have a pill that teaches us coordination, mainly because there's no demand for it. Most people don't care if they're coordinated. But people don't realize how important coordination is for quality of life and coordination. I assume most people learning today is for health or wellness benefits. I don't think you're trying to stimulate the killing motion that you can develop from Tai Chi. So in order to understand how there's a health benefit, you have to understand these concepts. So then if you understand the concept and the approach with Tai Chi, then you realize why you have to do it a certain way to get the real benefit. So if you're doing this and you're just kind of going through the motions, how are you going to develop good balance? How are you going to develop good sensitivity for the proprioceptive system that tells you where your body is? If you don't have control of movement because your body has excessiveness. So another thing I see that when you're doing your movements, don't change speeds. If you're changing speeds, something became isolated. You can't move your hand and then move your hand quick like that and then connect it to your legs, which are moving slowly. If you're going forward and back and you're driving the movement as one continuous geared unit, if you speed up any one of those movements, some of you might not know you're doing that. So you have to observe and analyze your own movement. That's another level of understanding, because you have to understand yourself before you can understand the total movement. So when you're learning, you have to go through this whole process of relearning. You learn the sequence, you move on to some of the theories, the principles we're talking about. So parry and punches, what do we have here? We have this position, we have this position. So do we recognize any of these positions? Suppose I went like this. What is that? That's fan through the back, right? So this is upper hoop. Stork clap swings. Do we have this, this, this? See, we don't pay attention to those things because we think that that's that and that's that. But when you learn the geometry of position and all the things that we're learning, it all starts to sort of cross-reference up here, and then it becomes the same. So you're not learning, 1,000 things. You're learning triangles, squares, and circles. That's it, right? Because that's what we can do with the body. Everyone has basically the same apparatus, so we learn to move it. How long does it get down here? How high does it go? So those are your reference points. And as your reference points become more clear to you, then your hand movements and all that, the size of those become more important. Okay, so like I was saying, that pill, if they develop that pill, we're going to have problems with our mind because, the brain controls everything. So, okay. Ready? Up. Okay. Got it, June? You get it?